G'day, cheers everyone. Sonia Bernard here, linked by Ink, your independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And I am laughing because of my kitty cat. I sit down to do the video and of course she jumps on my lap and starts purring away, and I felt bad so I moved her, so she's just plopped down right here on the table. Yeah, but cheers, I got my coffee and we are ready for another Thursday free with purchase class offer. Free with purchase free with a purchase class offer. So what that is every Thursday, or most Thursdays, we may have some Thursdays being a little different coming up, but every Thursday I come to you with a card class, and it's a kit that you can put together yourself, and you get this kit for free with a $35 or more minimum purchase. Sorry, the cat's just jumping everywhere. I noticed that cupboard is open. Well, I guess it's staying open. So this week's class, look in the details below. Okay, that gives you all the links. So you have to use this host code when it's $35, okay, and before shipping and tax. Then you'll get this kit shipped out to you for free. There is no stamping. We're not allowed to stamp images, so there is no stamping on this kit. You need to do that yourself. If you spend $50 or more using the host code link, and you have to use it by next Monday. Oh, I forgot to get the date. Eek. 1 second. Okay, today is June 15th. I got a calendar. I actually made this. It's a little cute calendar. There should be a video for it. June 15th, so you must make your purchase by Monday. Actually, June 19th is a holiday. So, well, here in South Carolina it is. So I'm going to make it by Tuesday the 20th. You have to get that order placed in. Oh, okay, yeah. So we'll do that by the 20th. And your kit will ship out, and it's probably, yeah, it will ship out within about a week from that, because I have to make sure I've got all the supplies and everything to get that to you. Okay, I'm in an hour today. It's been a fun day. Today we are using the Gorgeously Made stamp set, okay, and we're pairing it with this gorgeous DSP. It's called Masterfully Made. I'm going to turn the camera down and show you. So, oh, I forgot to do all the flipping. Oops. Okay. So everything's not backwards. So in that case, I am just a hot mess today. Bear with me for a second. Doop. So I think we just got to do this, and I believe if I turn this down, we're going to be the right way. Let's see. I will just look in here, and I want to make sure I'm up the right way. And so you can read everything that I'm showing you. I'm a hot mess express today. Does that look right? Yep, that looks right. Perfect. So in the catalog, the annual catalog, page 102 and 103 is where you can find this Masterfully Made suite collection. Now, if you want to order the whole suite, it's $70.75 before shipping and tax, and you will get the stamp set, the dies, the DSP here, that's designer series paper, and these little gems, all for $70.75, okay? And if you do that, you'll also get a free set of embellishments from me using the host code link. Got to use that host code link in the description. And yeah, so it's an absolutely gorgeous looking suite. The paper is so pretty. I think if we look on page 140, nope, 130. Here we go. Look on page 132, and you can see that paper a little bit bigger there, those images. So it is so, so pretty. My daughter, she's 19, and she said these cards today look very artisan. I'm like, okay. So I actually grabbed some inspiration from the catalog. This one I actually cased. So we're going to make this one today. I've made it maybe a little bit different. I didn't quite take it all the way to the edge. The reason why is because I wanted this only 4 inches, because then when you're cutting your paper, it's a 12 by 12, you're going to get more pieces than if you make it 4 1/4 like they have in this catalog here. So we're making that one, and then we're going to make this one, which is a bit of a fun fold, and I just made that one up. So, but again, it's got this really cute paper, and then we are going to, I used this one as a bit of my inspiration here, but instead of doing the full sheet, again, I wanted to make it so you can get more out of it, because this sheet of paper, you can only get 2 strips like this because of the pattern on the paper. And if you see the paper, it would make sense, but there's a big pink boring, not boring, just a blank spot in the middle. So you can only get 2 strips out of the whole 12 by 12. So again, I want to cut that down and make it a 4 by 4 so we can get more cards, because we're limited to those 2 strips. So instead of, you'll see here they use 2, I've just used 1. I've added different string and just changed it a little bit and put some of those cute butterflies on there. And then the last one, I used a little bit of this inspiration here in this section, but I did change it up a little bit, and we've got a Z fold, and it's called a Z fold because it makes a Z like here, and this is how that looks. So you can see I made that string really long. I should maybe change that a little bit if you want, but we'll just make this bow a little bit bigger. There we go. Okay, so yeah, I did change it a little bit. I didn't put the ribbon that they had there, and I actually turned the paper around because I was going to use this side, but I decided I like this side better, and I did not add the vellum here because I thought that was enough for the card. So let's get started and let's knock these cards out real quick. And there's not a whole lot of stamping, which is great. You can use, you will want to have this kit. Well, you can, I mean, I was going to say the stamp set. I can't talk today. You can probably use something that you have, because when you get your kit, it's going to have these pieces in it here. There'll be a piece for the inside too. I just forgot to cut that. So you can stamp the inside as well. So you're going to get this piece, these 2 pieces are going to be die cut for you. This piece here is going to be die cut for you. And then you're going to have to have these 2 pieces, and this is the piece that you stamp. Okay, so this is this cute Berry Burst cardstock. I absolutely love it, and it's just regular 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And when you order the kit, well, put your order in, get your kit for free, you will get a PDF emailed to you as well. It has step-by-step instructions. So what we're going to do here, and you can always, and I do include the video link in that email, we're going to snip this, face it to the left, and then snip at the edge there. Okay. So we've got this piece like that, and then where's my card as a reference? Then we've got some little pieces like here, and you don't have to put these exactly like I have them, but if you do want to do it exactly like I have it, on your second piece, so you'll get 2 of these in the kit, on your second piece is this top piece here that you'll snip off. And that's what I use there. Now, if you want to add extra in, you've got this whole extra piece here. So you can make it as, you know, as leafy as you want down here. My daughter was suggesting maybe do the leaves in a green to get more contrast. Whereas this, I think they were doing it more as a background, you know, just to add a little texture to that cardstock rather than do like something like embossing. So what I did here is I just put little dabs of glue all over this, and I laid it down and about there-ish. So I did use this piece to try to figure out where that should go. And you'll see there's a little bit of white there. Don't worry, that'll dry up. And then I got my fingernail and I kind of like lifted some of these pieces, because the first time I did it, I put glue on everything. I didn't want to do that. I want to have some of those pieces sticking up. But it doesn't have to be precise, okay? It can just be random. It doesn't have to go any particular way. So I'm just going to put, and again, I'm like randomly putting the glue and trying to put it more in the center, because I do want some of those little leaf parts sticking up. And we'll stick this in here. So it's got different heights as well. It's not all the same height. But again, don't overthink it, okay? We do not need to stress. We just need to have fun and pop this down. And I think like I've even done this different, so that's fine. And we'll just keep putting little tabs of glue like this. And then that should cover that up perfectly. Yay! Okay, but before, we're not gluing this down yet. So that white glue will dry and you won't be able to see it and be fine. So you see how that's all flat? I did kind of get my fingernails up under there and kind of just make it come off the page a little bit where it wasn't glued down. So it is random like that. And that gives it a little bit of texture as well. And you can keep it flat if you want. You could try a different color. You will have to order the dies to do that, because you're just going to get this berry burst color when I send it to you. Okie dokie. Next, we're going to get our cute little hello stamp. And we are going to do a little stamping off. I do need a little piece of paper. Oh, yeah, not organized today at all. My husband got home from working. He works away a lot, so it's been a little distracting, but that's okay. It's a good distraction. So what we're going to do here is we're going to cut up the center. This is where we're making a banner. And if you have a banner punch, you could use the punch too, but so you will have to do this. This is not going to be cut for you, and it's very simple. You just cut up the middle, just eyeball it, and then you make a little pyramid till you get to the top, and then you just pull that little piece off, and then you have a banner. And then we're going to do the same with this little white piece. Just eyeball it in the middle, and don't go too far, because you can always, you know, add to, but you can't take away. So we just make that little pyramid or triangle and just keep snipping until it easily falls away. A little bit more snip on this side. I don't think I went up high enough with that one. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna get our Berry Burst ink, and we're only gonna ink this once. So we're gonna ink it, and then I'm gonna stand up to do this. We are going to pop that down, lift up, pop down, lift up, pop down, lift up. So we're getting different different ink, like we're stamping off basically. Okay, and there's no wrong or right to it, and you will want to clean your stamp off now. I use my Stampin' Mist on my, if you've never seen one of these, it's called a Stampin' Scrub. So it's got my cat hair on it. you like mist on one side to make it wet, then you wash, you dry. Wash, dry. And then after I do that, before I start going into the next color, I always just stamp it a little bit, because, you know, it's still a little wet. So I don't want any of that stamp cleaner formula to get into my next ink pad. So we're going to get Azure Afternoon, and we're going to do the exact same thing with this. And I just looked at the sample in the catalog, and I just guessed what they did. So very random, okay? And they're not going to look the same, and they don't have to. It's just something different. And then we can clean that off. We'll be done with that one. Okay, we're getting there. There's not a lot of stamping, which is great, because I want to make these cards easy, and I want it to be so if you don't have a stamp set, you could still put this together. I mean, any sentiment you have there, you could go ahead and use what you have. Then we're going to kind of just put that at an angle like that. And then we're going to put this at an angle. And it, again, I'm not even trying to be perfect. It's just throw a little glue down, stick it down. It doesn't really matter if it's different than the first one you do. And then we're going to need our twine. Oh, you will get twine included with this. For some reason, it's over here, but I do have it. Now we're going to wrap this around twice. Not with this one, because I cut that too short. Yay! You'll have a long piece in there. And you'll wrap this around twice. Uno, dos. And tie a bow. Not too tight, just gentle enough so that it's like holding. Does that make sense? If you do it too tight, you're going to buckle the paper, and we don't want to do that. So, just kind of getting it. There we go. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's got kind of, to me, like my daughter said, it's like an artisan feel, and it's like, to me, that doesn't mean perfect. Artistic is not necessarily perfection. I've lost some scissors already. Oh, good gravy. I am a hot mess express today. You know when you've just got a whole lot of things going on and your brain's just not functioning at capacity. That's me today. Okay, we're almost finished. And you know I didn't. Oh, I'm just going to kick myself. Oh, Lordy. I even forgot dimensionals. Just forgetting everything. Normally not this much of a hot mess. I apologize. So we're going to throw some dimensionals on here. And, oh look, the top came off that one. And I like to put corners and one in the middle. And if you wanted, you could glue this flat, but I think it needs a little, you know, oomph. I think it looks better popped up personally. Let me stand up so I can get that on there. And there we go. Done with number one. Even though, like, I forgot half my things. There you go. So that's number one. Number two. This is cute and easy. I really like this one. And spoiler alert, if you're going to St. George, Utah, yes, you may see this as a swap. I've got to make 31 of these. So that's fun. Okay, let's get this next one. And we have got this Night of Navy cardstock, and it's a like just one piece. And we're going to make this card with that. Okay. Then we've got the second piece. So this is 5.5 by 4.5, 4.25, and then this is 5.25 by 3, and it's scored at 4. Again, you get all these measurements in the PDF tutorial. And then you've got basic white, 5 1/8 by 3 7/8, and we're going to just glue this. We're going to put some glue just on this flat part here. And I don't know, about 1/2 inch, whatever looks good to you. And we're just going to glue that down, right? And then we're going to glue this whole part down. And if you wanted to make this flap a little smaller, you really could. It doesn't really have to be that big. I've done them, you know, with just like a 1/2 inch before. So we're going to center this down on this one. Oops. we go. Too easy. You'll see how quick and easy this one goes together. And then we've got a cute little piece of DSP. Now this may vary because the pattern does vary over the sheet, so you might not get two that you probably will not get two that are identical. You still get two of these cute little pieces of paper, but one has a lot less flowers on top there, so just be mindful of that. And you could always use the back side too, the side that I'm putting the glue on right now, if you wanted to change it up. And then we just put this little piece of DSP on here, and this is masterfully made, and it's 3 3/4 by 2 3/4. Then we've got die cut. Oh, I did not show you the dies from this really cute stamp set. I mean, you saw them on in the catalog, but this is the die that I've used to die cut this edge here. And you want the lines, that's going to be on the inside, and then that part's going to be on the edge. Okay, and that's how you'll run that through. And then of course we've just got this big wonderful die with all these leaves. This is one of the reasons I really gravitated towards this set, is because I figured this die would be quite versatile, and this one even. And then we've got the little one for the sentiment right here, which is just so cute. And then if you want to get a little edgy there. So those are the dies in the gorgeously made dies, and you would not believe how many times I started typing gorgeously instead of gorgeously. I had to keep going back and wait, oh my gosh, I don't know why, I just wanted to type out George. So when we're putting glue down here, depends how far you're going to put it over. So I really just want to focus and concentrate on the bottom part there, in the bottom center part. And we're just going to plop that down just wherever looks good. There's no right or wrong. Maybe a little higher. There we go. Because I do want a little bit of space for my sentiment here. And if you want to like pop those up and make them, you know, stick up a little bit, you can do that too. Okay, then we're going to get our cute little sentiment. And I love this, you're a great friend. I've got some amazing, beautiful friends that I want to send these cards out to. And I love just having that sentiment. And I like the font in it too. So let's see if I can get this centered. I'm going to pull it down to me as far as I can. How far can I go down with this? I'm watching the video. It's like a 20-second delay. And now I'm right up on the microphone, so I'm going to try not to speak too loud. Oh, that was a little crooked. This is why we had one lined up. Hang on. This is what happens when I go off camera. It's actually a little bit more helpful if you put this on a darker background. You can see it better. So yeah, I knew I was going to go crooked with that. I had to bring it down in front of me to be able to see over top of that. But that's okay. I knew it was going to happen. I was prepared. So next I'm going to get some Stampin' Seal Plus. I love this. It's like, oh, it's all dirty here. It's like a double-sided tape almost. It's really strong. So it's called Stampin' Seal Plus. And I'm just going to run that along the back of there. Now when you're doing this, you kind of want, you don't want to go like that. You kind of want to, I don't know what angle that is. It's almost, this line here should kind of be running at a 45-degree angle. You see that line that goes through the center there? Kind of run that at like a 45-degree angle and it'll work great. And then we're just going to stick this across the middle, about there. The UPS man may come. They've got issues. So if you hear me, oh, Brian, can you get the UPS? Thanks. They don't always leave my packages. Just depends on the day. And because one time, like a couple of years ago, it's like probably about 3 years ago, the UPS man came and left a package with my neighbor. They didn't deliver it to my house. And this is this really cute, it's called Natural Wavy Trim. I don't have it with me, but you'll get that in there as well. So they left the package next door, and I didn't get the package, so I reported it missing. And then a couple of hours later, my neighbor's like, oh, did you have a package delivered? I'm like, yeah, well, I tried to. Now, when you're doing this, make sure you don't go, I might want to take this last dimensional off the end there, because I'm going to hang this over a little bit on the edge, and I don't want that dimensional sticking to this paper here. So we're going to put that down like that. So I think just 2 dimensionals there, so that when you open, you don't have that there. Although I did it on that one, but the tree went on it, so that worked. So yeah, so now just depending on the driver, depends on whether or not they leave my package, even though it was their fault. And I told them, I was like, it's not stolen. You guys delivered it to the wrong house. So they blacklisted me. Insane. Okay, there's number 2. What, do you like it? I love this one. I don't know why. There's something about that card that I just love. And I know I shouldn't say that about cards that I create, but like, I don't know. Like, I made these, but I don't know. I guess it's okay to love my own cards, right? Okay. So here is our second one. And I decided just to mix things up and make that a little note card, because note cards are cute to send as well. So it's 4 1/4 by 8 1/2, and then it's scored at 4 1/4, and this is our thick basic white cardstock. And again, you know, we want to burnish that down. And then we've got our cute DSP. Now this is the one I was telling you, you can only get 2 strips of that. So that's one of the reasons I made it a 4x4 too, because I wanted you to have this card in your kit, but I also had to make it so I could, you know, get you this card in your kit. Because if I made it the size that was in the catalog, well, you know, it's just, you only get 2 sheets of each style DSP, so there's only 2 of these in a pack. So you have to, when you're making card kits and you're cutting a lot of kits, you have to make it so that you can get the most out of it. So this is a 4x4, and we're just gonna glue that straight down. This is so easy. And here's this die cut, and that is from Azure Afternoon. And before we glue that down, we're gonna get our linen thread here. Actually, let me grab that. Actually, these are both really long. I've cut this one super long so you won't have any issues. I'm actually going to go up over the first leaf in that to tie my bow. And we'll just... And I'm giving you a really long piece, so you can leave the tails as long as you want or as short as you want. It gives you a little option. Because having that extra kind of just adds more to the card. And then we're going to go ahead and glue this down. A little bit of glue. This is another reason I like this liquid glue, is I can just place it where I need it. And just pop it down a little bit more to the top, because we want space for our sentiment as well. Okay, and we can trim these down just a little bit. There we go. And then I've cut out the sentiment in Azure Afternoon, and we're going to stamp in Azure Afternoon. And I didn't cut out 2, so I'm going to have to pull this down towards me. You'll know that I'm just inking this stamp, and then I'm stamping on the paper, but I don't want to mess this up, so I'm going to pull it off camera for a second. Bear with me. So I can do the best I can. Still a little crooked, but it doesn't have to be perfect, okay? This is handmade, not machine made. So little imperfections are fine. And then we're going to stick a couple of dimensionals on the back of that. I'm just going to put them on each end. And then we're going to go ahead and I might pull that down just a little bit. And we're just going to pop this, and you can put it over top of this, that's fine. Just put it where you want. I'm going to put it about here. There we go. And I just want that so it's not sticking over my sentiment. And then we're going to get some of these cute little brushed brass butterflies. And no, I cannot say that 10 times fast. So we'll just throw some butterflies on here, and we'll put one up the top. And how cute is that? A cute, quick and easy little thank you card. You've just got one die cut. You're cutting, you know, 2 die cuts, which you can run through at exactly the same time using the same piece of paper. Put this die and this die down, boom, and then a 4x4, and then your base. And you are done. Quick, easy. Let's go to the lucky last one. And that is our cute Z fold. And it is popping up a little bit. I don't think I got my bone folder out with that one. Oh no. Did I forget a piece? Oh no, there it is. I was like, whoopsie. Okay, so let's do this one. So these are all the bits you're going to get. And you're going to get 2. So you're going to get this and another set as well. So you're going to get 8 cards in this kit when you place a $35 minimum order prior to shipping and tax. And then this kit is going to be mailed out to you. So this is an 8.5 by 5.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4 and 2 1/8. And so we're going to bring that over. We're going to give that a little burnish this time. And then we're going to fold this back on itself to get that Z fold. Apparently I did that a little crooked, so you can just make it go the way you want it to go. There we go. Oh, got a little bit of that. When you use the wrong end on this, you can sometimes get some of this black can rub off. Use this end, don't do like what I just did, but we are going to cover that too, so that's not gonna matter too much. That is one thing I wish this was like maybe etched on, but this is old, so I've used it quite a lot. Then we've got our fresh freesia, and it's 5 1/8 by 3 7/8, and then we've got another basic white cardstock, and this is with the Stitch with Whimsy dies that we've gone and embossed that. So we're going to go ahead. Now when you're putting your glue around here, if you're using the liquid, don't put it over the holes because then it'll just go through. So I just put a tiny little bit around the edge. Don't want too much because then it's going to squirt out the edge. And I'll put a touch in the middle too. See, you don't need a lot at all. Whoops. See if I can do this. Oh my goodness. And it's just going to be a little 1/8 of an inch around the edge there. Here we go. There we go. Oh, it's such a good time. If you love Stampin' Up, they have a join special right now that is just too good to pass up. So let me tell you about that in a second. We've got this Must Be Made DSP, and it's 3 3/4 by 2.5, and I've die cut the top for you with those dies. Okay, and we can go ahead now and stick dimensionals on this, and then pop it to the front of our card. But yeah, right now, if you want to save on all your future purchases and you want to get 20% off, then you can join Stampin' Up as a hobby demonstrator. You pay $99, and this month only you're going to get $155 worth of product for $99. Plus you're going to get free shipping. Plus you're going to be on my team, which we have a lot of fun, and I love to share our creativity. I put in all my PDFs up into the team page, so those you get absolutely free every month. Every PDF that I create gets uploaded in there. And so that is just growing and growing. It's something I just started doing when I quit my job and decided to go, let's do Stampin' Up all the time. Oh, I have forgot something. Oh, I made a boo-boo. So I need this little piece of white paper here, which is a 1/2 inch by 2 3/4 inch. So let's just grab, this is when you can just quickly grab a scrap of paper. You can go a 1/2 inch. You've got a 1/2 inch either side, but if you're right-handed, you can hold this down with your left hand. And 2 3/4. And just line this up right here. And always when I look at the card, I feel like it looks bigger on the card. Like when you look at this piece of paper and then you look at the paper on there, I always feel like it looks bigger on here, but it's not. So I'm always like checking, like, is that the right size? It is. Okie dokie. I told you I'm a hot mess this week. Sometimes that happens and that's okay. Okay, so we're going to use this fun, look at this fun stamp, and we're going to stamp it right on here in Berry Burst. And we're going to do our best to get it straight, but because it's just kind of like an abstract print, do we really care if it's straight or not? Well, kind of, yeah, I do. Let's see. 1 2 3. Woo, that works. So I noticed I got a little bit of white up here. You know what I'm going to do? Oh, I just restamped it. Look, it just filled in that little spot. So you can, it does not have to be perfect. It's just kind of, you know, it's a little bit abstract. And again, I use that, you're a great friend. And I am going to pull that down and stamp that. Sorry, I really don't want to mess it up again. So we're going to stamp that too. And that's both in that Berry Burst. Then we're almost done too. These are so easy. And again, look, if you don't have this stamp set, you can use anything here. You could use a piece of cardstock there if you wanted to. Another piece of DSP. I mean, you know, take your options. You've got choices. Plenty of choices. So we're going to put a little bit of glue in the middle here. There's this little hair stuck to my nail. Crafting can get messy. Okay, so we put a little bit of glue there. And I just eyeballed that and put it about halfway. There we go. Then I've used this piece of crushed curry and I've die cut that, and we've got our linen thread as well. And we are going to tie that around again and tie another bow. You know how much I love bows. It's actually getting better, so I don't mind it as much with twine. It's a little bit easier, I think, as I struggle. Okay. So again, you're going to have ample twine to make that as small or as big as you want to make it. If you want to wrap it around several times, make a double bow, then you can do that too. I'll just cut a little bit here, a little bit there. Okay, then we're going to glue this down across the card. And again, just random little bits of glue. Look at this, we're almost done. Who knew it could be this easy? That's why I like bringing people these kits, because it makes it easy, number one, but you can also take these kits and then make alternatives, like add in what you have and take what I've created and then make it your own. Okay, it doesn't have to be exactly as I've done. You can mix it up any way you want it. And I am going to put a third one in the middle. I don't want that to buckle. I do like these dimensionals. You know, I don't use them sparingly. Got them, use them. Okay. And then because I get them at at a discount because I'm a demonstrator, so you can get them at a discount too when you join. You join my team, and then you'll be in all the Facebook groups. You'll be able to come to demonstrator only events. Like I just went to one in Aiken, South Carolina. It was amazing. So then we bring our base back in, and this time we're going to be gluing this just to this little front flap here, and we're just centering it around there. So what I usually do is just eyeball that, and then I'll put my thumb a little bit in from the edge, and then I will know that, okay, just keep the glue on this side. Don't kind of go past that area, because you don't want it getting on here. So I don't even go all the way up to the edge. I go about like 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches. And then you're centering it all the way around like that. And then we're done. What do we think? Oh, done. I like it. It's easy. I think these are like fun cards. I know these to me this is a busy card with the patterns and everything, but I still like it. And this one is very bold, and again, this is my favorite one today. There's something about the berry and the Night of Navy, the berry burst and the Night of Navy I just love. So get your order in, and get it in by Tuesday the 20th at midnight Eastern Standard Time. And guess what? Then you will also see 15% on any of the selected designer series paper that's on sale right now. There is DSP, so right now this is 15% off. But if you join, right, you spend your $99, you get your $155 worth of product, and then you turn around, you place another order, you get 20% off. So you get 20% plus 15% off of these papers that are on sale until June 30th. So your first order, you're already getting the 15% off of the DSP because it's on sale. Your second order, well, I should say your first order, which is your starter kit, then your second order, 35% off until June 30th. What are you waiting for? It's a great deal, even if you're just joining to save to get some DSP. It's a great deal right now. You can't go wrong. Plus, you get to come on my team, meet my team members. We have people from coast to coast. Not a massive team, so which is great because you get me whenever you want then. Well, not always, because sometimes I'm doing video recording. But I do have an open door policy. We can just text me and message me. You can call me. Best to leave a voicemail. I don't sometimes get to answer the phone because I am doing stuff like this. But I will get back to you, you know, usually within the hour. And you can ask me anything, and I'm glad to help you with, you know, trying to get in there and figure out how to place your first order and all of that kind of stuff. I can help you with all of that. So we would love to have you. My team is called Linked by Ink, Far and Wide. They named themselves, and I thought that was really cute. They wanted to include everybody from coast to coast, so far and wide. That is what they came up with. They actually all voted on it. So there we go. Okay, I hope you absolutely love this. Get those orders in. Remember, $35 gets you, before shipping and tax, gets you this kit in the mail to make these 8 cards. $50 or more before shipping and tax gets you these 8 cards plus a free surprise embellishment. So who doesn't want free, okay? Mailed to your door plus a PDF emailed to you. That's an excellent value. Go ahead and take advantage of it. Okay, guys, thanks so much for watching. Have a wonderful weekend coming up, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.